Okay, we're going to try our best to make this one a little bit short. So I just wanted to share something that the Imam had mentioned in the khutbah before I forget it. He was mentioning about shukra, or thankfulness. And he was talking about Ibrahim. And he said, Innahu abdan shakuran, who he was a grateful servant. And so he also mentioned the hadith where Aisha, she said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to pray in the night prayer. He would stand so long until his ankles would swell from standing. And she said to him, why would you exert yourself like that when Allah has forgiven all of your previous sins and future sins? Like you in there. You know what I mean? Why would you exhaust yourself? He said, shouldn't I be an abdan shakur? Shouldn't I be a grateful servant? That Allah has guaranteed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam Jannah for forgiving all of his sins. All of them. Not that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had sins. So the Imam he also mentioned he said something that was very, very poignant. He said, whether you are grateful or not grateful, whether you are, the other word he used, he said grateful or not grateful, or whether you remember or you don't remember Allah, he said it's the same to Allah. So that thankfulness and that mindfulness and that, that state of gratitude, and being appreciative, it doesn't benefit Allah. It benefits us. Allah gains nothing. Think of how many kuffar there are in the world, the ratio of kuffar in the world compared to the ratio of mu'mineen, or muslimin, I should say, right? Because iman is in levels. So the state of gratitude is something that we have to always be mindful that just like Allah give it, Allah can take it from us. And there was a time when we had nothing. Like look at your present station where you are now. If you're doing really good for yourself right now, and I don't mean necessarily money-wise, I mean like your life is in a comfortable position. You don't have any really, really extreme problems and struggles. I mean, everybody got their situations that they go through, but it's not, you ain't homeless on the street. You know what I'm saying? You're not, in a bad situation in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got your struggles and you get through them. You do your day-to-day thing. But wherever you are right now, Allah put you in that situation. The best way to show appreciation, whatever Allah gave you, pinch off just a portion. And that's the beautiful thing about Allah. Allah don't need a whole lot from us. This is why when Allah said in the Quran concerning the dhabiha, the meat, he said, it is not the meat that reaches Allah. It's your piety. It's your sincerity. It's your righteousness. That's what reaches Allah. The fact that you did it for Allah, not the meat. Allah don't eat. So who are you sacrificing the meat for? You know what I mean? But you are acknowledging that this thing came from Allah. I had no power to produce this on my own. And if it had not been for Allah, I would be in a bad situation. I would starve. I couldn't be able to eat. So I will be thankful to Allah, mention Allah, thank Him before I even cut this animal's throat. Before I even cut the first piece, put it on the fork and put it in my mouth. First, I'm going to say Bismillah, because it was in Allah's name that all this stuff was able to happen. If you have money, the best way to show Allah gratefulness is just take a pinch of that money and go do something nice with it from what Allah is giving you. That's what Allah says, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And they spend from what Allah has provided them. Whatever Allah gave you, pinch off a portion. It does not, and I repeat this a lot, it doesn't have to be something grand. It doesn't have to be something really big. Just a little bit, just to show Allah, I'm grateful. I have not forgotten you, O Allah. I'm grateful. I'm happy, just a little. As an example, okay? As an example. Find you, and we all got them. We all got them in our neighborhood. We got poor people in our neighborhood, whether they be kids or homeless people or whatever the case may be. Find something that you can do that will help someone, like in the smallest kind of way. Like I think of kids, right? Kids who don't have much to eat at home. Sometimes the only time they eat is at school. It's like that sometimes. Find out who those kids are. They don't have to be kuffar. Muslimin. They can be kuffar or anybody, right? Find some kids. Look in the neighborhood. Look who's there. You can see. Even some of the kids who pray with us in the masjid. You can look at them. You can tell, okay, you know what I'm saying? His family's struggling to get by, They doing the best they can. Maybe they need a little bit of assistance. You go find the kid, say, hey, come with me, Abdullah. Where we going? We're going to the store. Now, of course, you have a relationship with this kid. You ain't gonna just grab any kid off the street, you know what I'm saying? But, you go get some, or you just go to the store by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go buy you some bread and some peanut butter and jelly, some halal lunch meat, you know what I'm saying? Put it in the bag and give it to him. Take that home. Where you get this from? Abdurrahman gave it to us. Oh, he gave you a loaf of bread and some peanut butter and jelly and some lunch meat? MashaAllah. How much that cost? That don't cost a whole lot of money. If it costs you $15, it costs you too much. You know what I mean? Something small and see, every sandwich that they make from that peanut butter and jelly, you get a reward. Because that's every time they put that food in their mouth. That whole loaf of lunch bread is somewhere between 16 to 20 pieces of bread, slices of bread in one loaf of bread. A sandwich is 2 pieces. That's 8 sandwiches. And he's going to have more peanut butter and jelly left over from that. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to use everything up. That's 8 sandwiches, man. You go get him another loaf of bread. Like and we mentioned this before, find you somebody that you can be a benefactor for. Find someone that you can be a benefactor for. Find somebody that you can say, okay, this is going to be my project. You know what I mean? I'm going to work with this person. Abu Bakr was like that. Abu Bakr, subhanallah, Aisha's father, was a benefactor to the person who later had slandered his daughter. Of course, he didn't know that before he started being a benefactor to him. But when it was discovered through the investigation that the one who started it was this individual. And this was the same individual that Abu Bakr was taking care of. And he had vowed, I will not give him nothing else. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, don't you wish that Allah would reward you? Keep doing what you're doing with him. Allah reward you for that. Don't stop that just because he did that action. The Ansar and the Muhajirin. The Ansar were the Muslims in Medina. The helpers, the patrons, the supporters, the benefactors. Ansar, the plural of Nasr, to help, to aid, right? So they when the Muhajir, the people who left Mecca, when they got to Medina, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made the people in Medina Ansar to the Muhajirin. They helped them. They assisted them. What you need? What you want? You need to get married? We know somebody. We got some people for you. You need money. You need food. You need a place to stay. You need lodging, because they didn't have nothing. Find somebody that you can be a benefactor to and just pinch off a little bit. Just pinch off a little bit. A loaf of bread, a pack of actual real cheese, not that processed food spread cheese product stuff. Some real cheese, right? Some cheese, a pack of cheese, right? It was like 12 slices of cheese. You know what I'm saying? A loaf of bread. That's 8 sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? And some peanut butter and jelly, man. Just something that simple. You know what I'm saying? You can go bigger, but I mean, like, that's like minimal stuff. Or just get the bread and the lunch meat, or get like some juice, but something healthy. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is, find somebody that you can be a benefactor to. Find a sister. You got clothes, sister. Sister, you got clothes. You sisters be having a lot of clothes. You know that there are sisters who don't have. So find a sister that, maybe she just coming to Islam, she may be shy to wear the abaya at first, but she's got it. She's got it there in case, she changed her mind, or when she's ready to make that next move, she's got an abaya that you gave her. You know what I mean? Find a brother like that. Rather than throw the thobe out. You got 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 thobes, Akhi. How many you need? How many do you really need? You know what I'm saying? 5, 6, okay, cool. Anything past 6 or 7, like that's like 1 thobe a day, right? Anything past that, it's kind of like, it's extra. You know what I'm saying? So find a brother, you know, hey, Akhi, you look about my size, right? Hey, I got something for you. Come to the car. Here you go. You know what I mean? Nice and cool. You don't make a big spectacle of it. Don't make a public display because then, you know, the person might feel ashamed or embarrassed, you know. But in private, you know, and do something for somebody. Find somebody to do something for and keep doing that. And that's what we'll leave on. The man asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is the best deed? What's the best deed that I can do? Always this question with the Sahaba, with the Ashab. The best deed, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, is the one that you do consistently, even if it's a small thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. As long as something that you do consistently. Consistency. Find somebody to be a benefactor for, with your time, with your money, you know, with your advice, with everything, you know. So that's it. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.